This is the instructional video for myroster.com.au that will show each user how to log in, set your availability, set your conflicts so that you're able to receive and be scheduled onto games. First of all, we go to the website www.myroster.com.au. Then it'll take you to our login screen. You need to log in using your username. Your username will be the first 3 letters of your first name, the first 3 letters of your surname, and the day from your date of birth. For the purpose of this video, my name is going to be user, surname is going to be test, and my date of birth is going to be the 2nd of October 2016. 2nd of October 2016. That means that my username will be USETES02. My password is going to be a password generated by the system that has either been sent to you in an email or has been given to you by the association. Once we log in, it takes us to our editing user page. This is where you're able to check all the details to make sure that they're correct. It will not let you progress past this page until you've checked all the details and added any existing details that were not already there. First name is user, second name is last name is test, date of birth is correct, username, email. Then what we need to do is fill in all the other details from our address. 123 Fake Street. I live in Preston, Victoria. My address country, contact number. Okay, and then I hit save. As you can see, I've missed a field, so it won't let me progress past this screen. Now that all my details are correct, it takes me to the top of the page. In order to move on from here, you should go to the home page. Our home page is where that you'll be able to see any games that you've been allocated. At the moment, we have not been allocated any games because I've not set my availability or conflicts. We're going to learn how to do that now. First, you go to availability at the top of the screen here. You click on it. Here, what it does, this is where you're able to set your availability for the week. You do not have to set every day, you only set the days that you are available. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to be available on Saturday. Add new record. This is what it does. It gives you 2 options. It gives you the start and finish time, where you're able to pick on the scroll what time that you can start and what time you can finish. And the second option is to hit all day. When you're selecting your time, once you select your time, it will not let you be rostered on before that starting time or after that finishing time. So make sure that you're correct and you accurately select your time. So if I was to select 12:30 in the morning, I will not be able to be rostered on before 12:30. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to hit all day. And as you can see that it changes the time there. I'm only going to add the 1 record, so then what I do is I hit save. If I scroll down, I can see that my availability has been saved. The other part of this editing availability page is the exceptions. Exceptions are when you use if you're unable to referee outside of your normal availability. All you do is you hit add new record, you select the dates and from when you're unavailable to when you're unavailable through the calendar and the time. And you also give a reason for the reason that you're unavailable. This won't adjust your availability every week, and you only need to put it in once. So the moment that the date finishes, so if I was to put it on the 24th of October, the moment that the day passes, it goes back to my regular availability. Really great feature of myroster.com.au. Now what we need to do is we need to add our conflicts. Conflicts are when we let the association know when we're playing. Okay, the reason that this is important is that if you're rostered on, if your conflicts are done, you will not be able to roster onto that time slot or to that grade or even that time slot depending on if your conflict is playing, coaching or as a family member. What we do here is we hit add new record. Now it gives us the competition name. We're going to scroll down and find Saturday. I'm going to play in the Saturday, I'm going to coach under Saturday Girls 10B. I'm going to play for Kilo 1. And then the reason for conflict, which is really important that we get this right. If you select family member in this grade, you will be able to be rostered onto that time slot, but not be able to roster onto that team or that grade. If you select coach in this grade or play in this grade, that time slot will be blocked out and you will be unable to be rostered on at that time slot at all. I'm going to hit coach in this grade. Once I hit save, you can see that my record is saved. Okay, you can add up to 3 or 4 or even more Okay, but for the purpose of this, we're only going to do one. Now that we've done that, we have selected all that, we hit back to roster, and we wait to be rostered on. Once the roster comes out, you'll be prompted to accept and reject your games. When you hit the home button, now after the roster has been published, it'll show up like this. There are three main functions to this page. There is the unresponded roster, so the games that you have not yet responded to. There is the accepted games, and down here is the rejected games. There are two ways that you can accept or reject games. You can either hit accept all or reject all, once you've checked, of course, the times that you are available and see if you can do them, or you can select them individually. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you check all the details there. So we have the date of the game, the time of the game. This is who I'm reffing with. So for this game here, it looks like I'm solo. And for this game here, I'm reffing with U5.5454. Over here is the grade. Over here is the teams. This is the venue linked to a Google map if you're reffing at a venue that you're not sure where it is. And here is your role. One of them is umpire, one of them is referee. Now what you do is you can accept them either individually, as I mentioned before, or accept all. For the purpose of this, I'm going to use the accept button. Once I hit accept, you can see that it moves down here to the accepted games. That means that I have seen the game, I've checked that I'm able to referee it, and I've accepted it. Now a notification has been sent to the roster person, and I've been locked into the roster. If I select reject game, it prompts me for a reason that I'm unable to do this game. For example, I might have a party that I have not let the referee roster person know. Now what it does, it comes down here in my rejected games. I can also pick this game up later using the same progress as before. The best part about this system is all the reasons that we do log. So anytime that we log a game, or anytime we log a reason, it goes straight to the roster person so that they're able to keep track of the reasons that you are able to referee.